Right. Hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Patty, the Dazzling Diva. I'm a part-time reseller on sites such as Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. And today is my second video for Vlogmas. I know I got to catch up. I'll do that on Friday when I'm off. But this is going to be for day 2, and I'm going to do a what sold video. That's going to be for the 1st of November. I have a bundle, well, 2 bundles on Poshmark that sold for over $200. So if you want to see what people are bundling on Poshmark, make sure to go ahead and stay tuned. But I'm going to be doing these videos. I'm not just going to be doing what sold, but also some tips and tricks. And I have some unboxings. I've ordered way too many boxes. I just got a notification that I have another ThredUp box that's on the way. I'm going to unveil one on Friday, so that'll be one of the Vlogmas videos. So if this sounds interesting to you, make sure to hit the notification and the subscribe button so that you know when those videos drop. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with Mercari. Mercari is, I don't sell a lot of Mercari, but I believe in cross-listing everywhere because you never know what's going to sell somewhere. So this is just a couple of small sales. So we have this hat is just sold for $4.86. I just wanted to get rid of it. I got it in a Goodwill blue box. They had a hat box, and so I didn't pay a lot for it. I wasn't expecting a lot for it, so I went ahead and accepted, or I sent out the offer. And I think I had my lowest at $5.86, and when somebody liked it, I sent out offers to likers and they accepted. And then next we have these Skechers. I got a couple of Skechers from a church thrift, and these were in very, very good condition. They look barely worn. And so I picked this up, and another pair, and the other pair has sold already, but this sold for $15. All right, and next on to Poshmark. Had a pretty good amount of sales beginning in November and Poshmark, and unfortunately it hasn't continued into December, but that's okay. I sold this Fiesta giraffe. I have a couple of these. Another one that's a little bit larger than this, but this one did sell for $11. Then we have this. I was excited about this dress. I got it in a ThredUp fabric box, and I have another one that's what I'm going to be unveiling on Friday as my fabric box. And I hope that I have good items as I had in this. I didn't have a whole lot, but the 2 that I had this dress that if it was in a little bit better condition, it had like some makeup staining, so I didn't price it as high, but it can go for well over $100 for this Anthropologie dress. Then I have this beautiful dress that's probably going to take just the right buyer because the makers of it are from Pakistan, and it is so, so beautiful. And that dress goes for over $100 as well. But I am willing to wait on the perfect buyer for that dress. But this dress did sell for, someone sent me an offer for $85, and because of the condition, I thought that it was a good offer, so I did accept. This Paw Patrol, I like to lot up the vehicles. I have another vehicle that sells well by itself that sold on eBay that I'll show you, but I did lot these. Sky vehicles seem to sell a little bit better than some of the other ones. So I lot these together, and I sent out an offer for $14, and someone accepted. Then we have this pretty vase. I found this in Goodwill, I think for like $1 or $2, and I've had it for a little bit, but it wasn't a lot. It's not taking up, wasn't taking a lot of space on my shelf. So I did send an offer of $12, and someone accepted. Then I got this from a regular thrift. I just thought it was really cute, and that it would sell because of the Mickey and its American Eagle. And I sent out an offer of $13, and someone did accept. And then we have this royal plush. I like to get like this type of advertisement plush. Like I've sold a U-Haul truck. I've sold a FedEx or a UPS worker. So this type of plush, the advertised plush, usually do very well. Haven't had this for a long time. All right, so I'm going to go over, I put it on Canva, so that I didn't want to show the buyer's information or whatever. So this is everything. The buyer bought all of this plush and then they came back and bought more. And I was so excited because a lot of this stuff, like these Peppa Pigs, I was just about to lot them together because Peppa Pig does not sell well for me. They weren't selling. So in the first part, she got this Hallmark itty bitty, the Scarecrow. This is a Peppa Pig. Um, this is actually a puppet. Then we had the Princess Peppa Pig that didn't have the wand with it, have a sock monkey, have this Bath and Body Works, I don't know if it was a mascot or something, but it was a plush. It had Pokemon, another Peppa Pig that was a tourist. She bought some Clarks. I guess she got something for herself since she was buying. That's the way that I like the Christmas shop. A little bit for other people and then a little something for me. So have these Clarks. I do love selling Clarks. And then George, the brother of Peppa Pig, have that plush. And then next, so here is the second bundle that she purchased. And there were these 4 pretty placemats that I've had for a very, very long time. They were red and they had like gold threading in them. These Sam Edelman slides, this Princess Ariel pillow that I've had for a minute, this Pete the Cat Merrymakers plush. This was another thing that I was just about to lot up because I had another Pete the Cat plush and I also had a CD. I was going to put it all together. Then we have the Sanrio Hello Kitty trays. I found this at a Salvation Army. There were 2 of them. I should have lied the 2 together because the other one sold like 6 months ago. So I should have lied the 2 together. But anyways, then we have these Nike uh, high top sneakers. Then we have this Cocapelli figurine that was made from metal. It was rusted looking, had some turquoise accents, really, really pretty. And then I had an incident where the shoes that she purchased, they were a little bit more worn than I remember them being. I think what happened was they fell out of storage and maybe something brushed up against. I don't know what happened to them, but I contacted her because unfortunately on Poshmark you cannot give partial credit. You have to cancel the whole thing. And I, of course, did not want to do that. So I was like, hey, is there another plush that you just want for free? And she actually picked the other Pete the Cat. So it worked out perfectly. I actually sent a picture of shoes and she was like, that's fine, because it wasn't too bad, but I hadn't disclosed it and I didn't want her to be unhappy. So it ended up working out. So that was the other part of the bundle. And the one mistake that I did make on this, and if you're going to be selling bundles on Poshmark, and if you're going to be sending out notifications about that you have bundle sales, I do put in there my special because I have a 25% off of the bundles. But when I send the notifications out, I put in up to £5 to let the buyer know, because if it's over £5, then you're going to have to pay that extra. And it does get, Poshmark is great price for shipping up to £5. Once you go over that £5, it can get a little pricey. And so this was like a little bit over the £5. So I did end up having to pay, probably like, I think like $4 extra or something. But I was so happy to get rid of, because a lot of this stuff, with the exception of the Sam Edelman slides, I got that not too long ago in a thread up shoebox. But other than that, the rest of the stuff I was so happy to see go. So both bundles, like I said, sold for a little bit over $200. I could have made more if I didn't have the percentage off, but I might not have sold this stuff if I didn't have the percentage that I'm having on Poshmark, probably for another week or two, and then I'm going to to drop it down. But that's one thing I do recommend that you do on Poshmark to get more sales. If you're having a bundle sale or something, sometimes people may not realize it, even though it's going to be in a banner on Poshmark. When they go into your Poshmark closet, they may not realize it. So what I do every day, like maybe twice a day, is I use the My Shoppers feature, and I'll do a video on this in a day or two, probably of part of my Vlogmas, to show people what I'm doing, how I got this bundle offer. Is I sent her something, she liked one item, and I sent her a message through My Shoppers telling her that I was having a 25% off bundle sale. And so she came back and did a little bit of shopping with me. I'm so grateful that she did. So if you're not utilizing the My Shoppers feature, I would highly recommend doing that on Poshmark. Okay, now on to eBay. So to start off, I did have some good sales on eBay. I didn't have a lot of sales on eBay, but I did have some sales that were more than my bread and butter that made up for the fact that I didn't have a lot of sales. This was not one of them. This is just one of the items that items like this, I'm starting to lot together. I'm going through my store. But anyways, this is a Little People nursery stroller. It sold for the $7.99. This is an example of how you can sell things that are not in the best condition. I figure because these were action figures, people might want to repaint them or do something unique with them. So I allotted them two together, and they did sell for the $9.50, which is my 5% off. This is one of the items that I said sells. Whenever I see this, and a lot of times I find it at the bins and I always pick it up. You want to make sure, even though I have seen them sell without this part, you want to make sure that it does have this part. So if you find it at the bins or something, search around to see if you can find this part, and it'll sell for more. So this is sell for the $23.74. And this is Sky's motorcycle. It has like the little flames in the back. So this is the one you definitely want to pick up when you find it. Then we have these Katie sneakers. This came to me in a Goodwill blue box shoe box. I don't get those a lot. The shoes are not fantastic. Like, you're not going to find Rothy's or anything like that. But sometimes they do have some sneakers in there that sell for pretty good. I had some kids sneakers. Forgot what basketball player it was, but those sneakers sold for like $70-$80. So these were in worn condition because they're kids sneakers, but they did sell for an offer that I sent out for $15.95. This was a surprise. This is why I Google Lens everything. I was not expecting for this, especially in this condition, to sell. As you can see, it does have some staining and everything, and it still sold for the $85.49. This was another shock. This was in our restore. Do you have any restores around you, and how are they? Our restores, which is the Habitat for Humanity reuse stores, they used to be really great, and then like a year or two ago, it got taken over by this lady who prices stuff way, way, way too high. So I was just like, I still like to go in there every once in a while just in case. And this was in like one of the little bins with some other miscellaneous items, and I looked it up and I was shocked at how much it sold for. So these two little bottles sold for $37.99, so they must be work very well. This is one of the earrings. I did buy 2 boxes of earrings from Goodwill Blue Box. They were new earrings, and so I figured that was something good to have during the holiday season, make great Christmas presents. And so they have started selling now. They were sitting. I was getting kind of worried because nothing was selling, but they have now started selling as we get closer to Christmas. This did sell for $11.40. And then lastly, we have this Lane Bryant skirt. If you can see, but it's tiered. It's really pretty. I got this from the bins. Our bins is only like $1.40 per pound. So this was a little bit over a pound, but it's still less than $2. I don't buy a lot of Lane Bryant, but I couldn't pass this up. It was in good condition. and I knew it would sell because of the style. And I sent out an offer. Somebody sent me an offer for $10, and I was just like, sure. So those are all of my sales. I was really happy for the sales for this week. So far right now in December, it's catching up a little bit. It was kind of slow, and now I am getting some more sales, but I'm going to be catching up with that during Vlogmas, show what is selling currently for me now as we get closer to Christmas. But how are you guys doing with the sales? Is it slowed down? Have you started Christmas shopping yet? I have not. I need to get to it. But my nieces and nephews are older now, so I don't have like the kiddos. I have like a couple of kiddos that I, you know, can go and buy toy stuff for. Everybody else is getting gift cards, so that is going to be easy enough. Just go into Kroger to the kiosk and get their gifts. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. Make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button so you'll know when the rest of my Vlogmas videos drop. And I hope everybody's holiday month is starting out great. Thank you so much. Everyone have an amazing day.